And we're back with some more Rimworld. And we've just landed at our newest little quest, Abandoned Station. You can break into loot inside, platform probably has defenses. Yeah, all the usual stuff. Sister Vex, once you're finished chess, we're going to need you front and center. And I think we're going to try and extend out the ship while we're here and finish this section off. Since we've got that most recent grav core, we have the opportunity to expand this on, and I'm thinking hydroponics. Realistically, what I would like to put in here was be mechanator tech, but yeah, we haven't found any mech links at all. Not a single one yet. Oh well. Ooh, Kukarian's natural healing's come off cooldown. That means we need to defrost Templeton. Once Templeton's out, yeah, we'll see. What do we got? And nothing. Alright, so we've already got 5 sentry drones. We can't see any... Oh, and 5 sentry drones and 6 defender turrets. Well, good stuff. Tell you what, why don't you come get bothered by us? Come on around the corner. And then we'll smash. And this will be basically the plan. Separate them out one at a time, smash them down, move on, repeat until Sister Vex is all the way up to level 20 at melee. Sister Vex is an absolute beast. That is 6 down. And now they're going to hack a bunch of stuff. Okay, we have reprogrammed a turret. Oh, damn it. Hey, you know what? You're going to annoy us, right? We don't care. Our shield can literally tank that. Yep. You cannot do damage fast enough to break the shield on that. Turret disabled. I don't even know where that one was. All right. And now Sister Vex will now add a 7th one of these things to her list of kills already today. I swear to God, she could... He can single-handedly just... Oh. Okay, seems to be a lot of these here today. Oh, it's 3 turrets disabled, 1 reprogrammed. Oh, actually, we don't want anyone coming in here just yet, so we'll blank that off. I think... just give us 1 more building in here, and then we'll go around the other direction. Come here, you. No, don't shoot the crypto sleep caskets. That might wake up the sleepers, and the sleepers might be angry, and they might be able to do more damage than you guys. Okay, judging by the fact that the last 3 hacks we've done have resulted in blast doors getting opened, I think all the turrets have been either disabled or turned to our side. And I think that's most of this entire area. Okay, never mind. I did actually want to kind of go left, but the general gist of the building kind of pushed us that way. Oh no, there's still 1 turret left. And what's the bets? Yeah, all these chairs are normal. I'm going to have to check them all to be 100% certain, but I'm getting really annoyed by the developer's lack of giving me chairs I can steal. And all the tables as well. We're just getting normal tables, normal chairs, and nothing good to steal. Like, how are you supposed to be a proper pirate if you can't steal some good chairs to sit on? Ah, Vex is now level 20 melee. And there's nothing in this room worth killing. Right, having gone through this entire thing, we got, like, some advanced components, some glitter world medicine, research for long blades. Like, nothing really that great here, to be honest. I consider these kind of weak. There is one thing we have not explored yet. Sister Vex is just taking a well-deserved break after basically smashing her way through this entire place, killing everything and clearing out the whole sector single-handedly. There's also a shuttle wreck here, so we get another shuttle engine. We might even upgrade to a second passenger shuttle at a later date. Okay, now before I forget for even longer, Templeton no longer has crypto sleep sickness. They're not sick with anything. They do have scars and crumbling mind, but crumbling mind should take precedence. So, if we healed them now... Unnatural healing, crumbling mind was healed. Okay, so Templeton is now fully back to normal. Excellent, that's exactly what we wanted. And Glue Monkey needs a little bit more persuasion. And now they're one of us, which will make keeping them happy so much easier. That just leaves Templeton. Yeah, we'll fix them later. Missed a couple of component boxes. Okay, all nabbed. Excellent. Now I think it's time we take care of these ancient crypto sleep caskets. First up, though, we're just going to deconstruct all the doors. Well, that way they've nowhere to hide. We'll get rid of all of the oxygenated areas. Actually, what's our power levels at the moment? Huh, I was thinking we might need to plug into the main powers on this platform, but I don't think it's really necessary. Yes. The base becomes more and more uninhabitable. We might want to leave them one room far away and corral them in. Actually, yeah, that might be an idea. Time to wake the sleepyheads. I'm going to try a little something different here. Instead of shooting the crypto sleep caskets themselves, we're going to shoot the explosive barrel. Then we're going to run back inside the base. Where are you going? Cleaning trash. Okay, get back inside quickly. Now, if you'll check, this whole place is red. This is the life support or vacuum overlay. So everything here is vacuum except this room over here and our ship down here. The question is, do they run towards our ship or do they run towards that room in the top left? Now, as far as I'm aware, none of them come out with vacuum. Yeah, none of them are properly vacuum prepped. You've got marine armor and a slice cap. Well, breathe vacuum, buddy. You're wearing a flak jacket, marine armor, and a slice cap. Yeah, you're all breathing vacuum. So, yeah, we'll just go back inside, and we'll close the... Oh! One of the turret hacked is slowing them down. Flamethrowers in space. Never gets old. Right, you guys are going to collapse, though, right? Vacuum burn. Yeah. Eventually, they'll just collapse. Ooh, though, getting your hands on that marine armor might be nice. We might send Sister Vex out. She can keep an eye out for the ones that are down that we can strip. Like, we don't care about that one. But the marine armor, it's actually pretty valuable. Oh, they want to smash the door. Termonia, gonna need you over here. Repair that door, please. Yeah, no, they haven't got a hope, have they? Just collapse. Give up on life. And let go. Just embrace the void. Okay, that's one down. Oh, two down. Ooh, you know what? You strip that one. We'll get someone else. We'll get Timbroni to strip this one. We need to strip him quick before that marine armor turns bad, when it turns tainted. I'm not actually sure about the blast radius on these things. Could be wrong with this one, but... No? Perfect. We got one recon armor, one flak vest, one flak... Yeah, we don't care about any of these guys. In fact, we're just going to go inside, close the doors, worry about it later. They managed to kill the turret. This one's wearing recon armor, which means they're lasting a hell... Nope, never mind. Didn't last long enough. Yeah, fine. We'll send out Sister Vex to strip them, though I really don't think it's worth it. One thing that was pointed out to me that I had not really thought about was these are sterile tile floors. Any of these places that have those crypto sleep caskets, if you look at the floors, they're all sterile tile, which is made of steel and silver. Yeah, why not? I mean, that's a decent amount of change and a decent amount of steel for effectively very little effort. And we might as well put sterile tile in here. Up the research efficiency. What are we at? We're at 117% right now. Once we put this in, it should go up by about, what, 10% to 27 or something like that. And that looks like 127% efficiency. Probably should have done that a little bit earlier, but I find it, the wealth gain, just to the research gain, it's usually not worth it, for me anyway. Oh, and as well as that, there seems to be a lot of carpet here. There's loads of carpet you got to rip up for cotton or for cloth, but I don't think we need it. I mean, we have 84 cloth, unless we wanted to carpet the entire throne room, which might be an idea, if you had actually researched carpet making at any point, which we have not. But we will grab some wood while we're here. We're running a bit short. Wooden billiards tables, wooden poker tables. You know what? All of this stuff is normal. It's kind of depressing. We're going to need a bunch of steel for what we're doing next, so we're going to dismantle all the steel stools, all the steel shelves, watch two of them beat the snot out of each other. Templeton and Glue Monkeys are the two newest recruits. Why? This makes no sense. Okay, you're going to beat yourself unconscious in a vacuum. Like, why? Oh, Templeton has become hostile. Oh, yeah, you might want to capture him there now. Right, I get it. Yeah, no, once they had any kind of social interaction that resulted in violence, since Templeton was a new recruit, or not a new recruit, since they were a creepy joiner, any violence towards them immediately causes them to turn hostile, which means he went violent, and then the moment the social interaction started, they were never going to calm down again, which is why, this drove Glue Monkey into a rage and she began a fight. So Glue Money punched Templeton, Glue Monkey punched Templeton, Templeton just, well, yeah, I'm a creepy joiner, so I am going to just go berserk right now, or I'm going to go hostile and leave the colony, or attack you. Yeah, looks like we're going to have to recruit them. 16 resistance. No, I don't care. Well, I think... you know what? Yeah, we'll go immediately with Convert. That's going to be the big problem with them. One of the reasons we want all the steel is we're about to start getting into hydroponics. And there are basically two ways to maximize the fill space. The first way is just, well, this. It's very straightforward. You just pile in the hydroponics all the way around like this. And then at the end, you just chuck these around here. But you're always going to have 4 empty spaces. There's 4 spaces you can never fill. You cannot perfectly fill the area around a sun lamp with hydroponics. It's just not a thing. Now, there is one alternative method to this, literally, and that one, well, the problem is, it looks like you've got edgelord problems. Because you do that. Now, the reason you might want to do that if you're not an edgelord is because there's actually 4 holes close to the center here. That allows you to put in support pillars if you don't have walls this close for roofing, assuming you're roofing this whole thing in. Or you can leave spaces for statues, lights for night shift, that sort of thing. It just gives you more options to give it closer to the center of the light, which is usually more beneficial. However, in this instance here, since we're so close to the since we already have walls all the way around, I think we'll just go with the block design. In fact, let's make it even more blocky. There. Now it's super blocky. Look at that. It's all crammed in one way. Otherwise, someone will come along in about 5 episodes and be like, oh, I see you're a secret dark friend. I'm like, every time. All right. Let's get around to strip mining the last of this. Oh, actually, wait. We'll just leave out that. I don't think we're going to need that much hydroponics to start. And hopefully this won't collapse our power grid. To help tide us over, we have installed a power conduit over to one of these things. It's a life support unit built into all of these outposts. They have lots of them. Each one generates 3,200 watts, meaning you can plug in and charge your batteries to your heart's content. This entire setup is going to be dedicated to rice because we're almost out of food. Problem. Fine, and we still have not resorted to cannibalism. We're being very restrained on that front. Looking at this, no, this is not a good raid place. I mean, okay, you can get some resources out of it, but there's no special weapons, there's no shields, there's no fuel recyclers or fuel optimizers, none of that stuff. This place is just a fight and some basic resources, maybe some components and things. That's about it, but not even a lot of them for the amount of fighting you have to do. Much preferred the reactor core. That one had loads of good stuff in it. Now we're heading to a tundra. This is a frozen terraformer. We have almost no food. I need to be more careful about this. If things get hairy in the next couple of days, we can always jump out to somewhere that has more food. More animals. Well, this place actually looks very promising. Up in the top right on the map there, you can see there's a big blob of orange. Yeah, that's a bunch of elk. We're going to send over a team immediately to secure those for the fridge. Okay, everyone open fire. After the first round, we've got a few still standing. You know what? Something like that. And complete. Excellent. Now pull all of those back home. We need them in the fridge immediately. I have to imagine this thing's in the center. What we're looking for. So we're going to dig through this solid ice and find it. Unless there's... No, there doesn't look to be anything tempting. Ooh, components. We'll take those. I mean, we're always running out of components. Even... Oh, more components. And also we'll probably nab some steel in a bit. But first... Nope. First, we're going to break through to the center of this ice cube. Oh, crisis of belief. 80-something to 33%, was it? Nice. That actually is going to make cracking their fates that much easier. We didn't even try anything with them. What caused it? Awful prison cell, cramped interior, hungry, wants to supercharge, intense pain. Okay, I suppose that'll do it. And here was me thinking this was going to take ages. At a mining of 15, this ice... Ah, it's only got 240 hit points. It seems to just fall apart. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's in here. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Like, we're almost at the center of this thing. Did I mess up? Maybe it's over here and this is just growing off of it? I just automatically assumed that if there's a big blob of ice, there's something in the middle of it. Wait. Never mind. Fortified wall encountered. But, yeah, I thought... Never mind. I really thought that I'd messed up there. You can go that way and that way. This mining is taking too long. We're going to try it in a slightly more explosive manner. Wait, fortified wall. Alright, knocked 2 more? 3,000 points, so 2 more of those should actually break through. That might actually have been quicker than trying to dig our way through to whatever else is on here. Let's install another one like there for now, just to keep them close by. Then we can detonate both of them one after the other. And done. Okay, well, we found what we were looking for immediately. There's the ancient terraformer. It contains grav core. We seem to miss whatever was in here. Tell you what, why don't you just smash that wall real quick? Nope, I think we're at the edge of it. Let's break in here, kill everything. Yeah, this is just going to be... This seems to be standard issue stuff. As in, they've got a few hunter traps, and I can already see 1 sentry drone. Oh, buggery. Groups of imps will avoid your turret's field of fire. They will attack immediately, usually clever with their tactics. 104. Right. 104. Oh, my sweet Jeebus. And they're imps, which means they're going to set fire to everything. Could we just run? 1 hour for engine cooldown. I think... like, if we could fight them in the field, yes, but they're right beside us. Okay. I think I have an idea. Sort of, maybe. Sister Vex. You know what, just do a quick jump there if you don't mind. Come on, you need to move. And we need you to skip. Okay, they're doing a half and half. That's actually good for us. A half and half is good. Half are going around the one side, half are going around the other. Second time this has happened. Usually this is generally bad for you. But we have a thingy-what's-it plan, maybe. Sorta, hopefully. Ooh, okay, you. Activate that, Kenneth. Vex, come on. I might get you to jump again. How's your hemogen looking? Your hemogen's perfect. Okay, now... What we want to do is force them around one direction, and then keep them far enough away that, hopefully, we don't die. So, if we do... that... Yeah, they should lose interest and go the opposite direction. Whew. Okay, Kenneth, did you activate that shield? Yeah, you did. I just can barely see it in the snow, is it? Yeah, it must be the snow that's doing it. Okay, then what we're going to do is sort of cuddle in here, maybe? Yeah, get everyone in this section. And Sister Vex. Whoop. There we go. Oh, wait. Pull back a bit. Why do I feel like there's not everyone here? What? How? Mining? Right, okay, so we're missing 3 people. That is not great. That is not, like, oh. That is not great at all. That is, in fact, that is horrendous. Yeah, I don't think we're deploying a hunter drone just yet, but things are definitely going to get hairy. So far, we're keeping on top of killing them, but I don't think that's good. Yeah, we need to, like... Go around that way. Okay, you're drawing off a whole bunch of them. Now... Okay. Turrets. We want you to deploy them out there. Deploy a second turret, put it there. And get me a mine. Okay, then give me a low shield. There you go. God, I wish I'd learned Berserk. I know I bought Berserk at some point and then I never learned it. It's on a shelf. Yep, there's Berserk, and that would have been really helpful right about now. No. It's fine. It's fine. There's how many of them? There's still 67 of them? Okay, I would like you to skip that one. Way the hell over there. I don't want anyone with fire getting that close to Sister Vex. She's probably going to have a mental break in a minute. Go kill that. Anyway, you need to go and force equip the low shield pack. Then get back here immediately. Ugh. That's still looking pretty terrible. How many of them is left alive? 73. We still haven't killed enough. Not even close. Marksmanship command. Probably should have done that ages ago. Okay. Whew. 1 second left on that low shield. Pop it. Now, Timbronia. I'm going to need you to go in and force equip a hunter mine and then get back out here. Oh, jeebus. They actually broke. They broke? I can't believe they broke. That doesn't seem like that would be a thing they would do, but they broke. Okay, then. That was surprising. And Sister Vex never had a mental break from fire. Again, very surprising. Sister Vex, do me a favor. Learn the Berserk Pulse, or Berserk Psychcast. Not the Berserk Pulse, just regular Berserk. And you can all come home now, I think. Yeah, where are you going? Consuming simple meal. You're going to have to walk. Wow. Yeah, that's a long journey, but you'll make it. There's a bit of a case of food poisoning going around. There's always a percentage chance to get food poisoning, but since we're making them in batches of 4, that's 4 meals and 4 people have gotten it. It's fine for now, but it is a mild bit annoying. And, oh yeah, we should turn that lamp back on. One of the reasons we're here is to get a grav core so we can make a grav core power cell to just supplement our solar power just so we can keep the hydroponics going. Christazax has managed to develop a scar on their eye caused by glue monkey. So glue monkey basically bit them on the eyeball. Now they've got their eyeball fixed and they've got a flesh tentacle. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Now, before we were so rudely interrupted, I believe we were beating the snot out of a bunch of stuff in here. And this thing contains a grav core, but it looks like you just have to beat it up. Oh wait, no, there's those little things in the corner. Come on, get him, get him, get him. I really don't like being surrounded by all 3 of them. Okay. Grand so. Grav core acquired. Excellent. Time for more power. Oh, 2 more sentry bots down, and we've got 4 sealed crates. I'm guessing those sealed crates are the grav light panels. That's normally how this goes. In here we've got 1 more sentry bot and some medical supplies. Ooh, and a safe. Oh, sentience catalyst. Pity we're not really going the whole animal route, or that might be useful. Alright, I think that's everything we'd explore without cracking open some more doors. Sometimes Randy likes to be nice. That's 7 caribou. Yeah, should probably set those guys to hunt. Ooh! One of them actually made it all the way up. Considering how close we are, not so bad. Timpronia, what was it like to get gored by a caribou? Actually, it stomped on you with a hoof. Well, you'll be grand. We are spending this grav core right here on a power cell for 1200 watts of easy power to carry around with us, and we can eventually turn all of our equipment back on. Exotic goods trader has come by, and yes, we're just going to give them a whole bunch of stuff. Well, we're going to buy all these tech prints, and archive capsule, and a gene pack for Scarless, and a gene pack for quick study, and yeah, we're going to sell them a persona core, pollock seeds, and a bunch of other random junk. Just so that we can grab all of these, which means we're going to need another one of these. Currently, we only have one of these gene banks, and we're trying to collect some genes so that we can plant them into a few pawns. Problem is, it's been a little bit tricky to get your hands on all the genes while living in such a cramped space, and we have been trading a lot, though. It's just we haven't been harvesting any genes. That's where you make the real gene harvesting. This quest is about to expire, and I think we're going to take it. Normally, would not be a big fan of getting 525 waste tox packs, but who cares? We're just going to leave it behind in this tile. I'm sure it will annoy someone in range. Closest people are probably some tribals or some imps. You know what? We don't like either of those groups anyway. Or we don't classify them as dangerous, so yes. And I think we're going to take it for the skill trainers and the Jade. I kind of want those skill trainers for reasons. Okay, I think I saw them. Yeah, here they are. That's fine. Yeah. Thankfully that is someone else's problem. Ah, Templeton's been converted. Excellent. We have another Geneva neutral person. That means they'll hopefully not be as annoyed anymore. Now it's time to recruit them. That might take a minute. We're going to take a suggestion from the comments here about Gank. Now the problem is, we've been leaving them here. They're frozen. That's great. But every time we get a solar flare, the freezer breaks down. And then slowly but surely they're eventually going to go to rotten. This is bad. So we need some way to preserve them long term. So we're going to make a caravan. And we're going to have Quoll put them in the caravan. And we're going to give them a donkey to go with them. Excellent. That should just about work. Actually, wait. Why are you taking travel supplies? No, forget the rice. Just take Gank. Yeah. That's fine. All right. So what Quoll should do here is come back, grab Gank's body, put it onto a donkey. From there, things are going to get funky. Here we go. Okay, now this is where it gets weird. Now, we want to cancel forming the caravan. Then what we want to do is queue up an operation on them. We want to anesthetize. Excellent. Quoll, can you prioritize unloading donkey? No. Taking to operating. Done. Okay, so they've got... Okay. No, prioritize or cannot anesthetize. No medicine for or restriction. Herbal medicine or worse. Fine. Give me industrial grade. Prioritize operating on the donkey. And I really need to make sure that they carry the new medicine on them. So over here you'll see we've got herbal listed. We should switch that over to regular medicine. It's just we're using herbal an awful lot at the start. Perfect. Now I want to do this really slow in case someone tries to unload the donkey. Okay. Now the donkey is... Yeah, anesthetic sedated. Carry donkey to crypto sleep gasket. So now... Gank is in the backpack on the donkey. The donkey is anesthetized. And now the donkey can be put into the crypto sleep casket. And there they can be stored indefinitely. Perfect. Contents is one donkey. And the donkey is carrying one Gank. And now Gank will never degrade anymore. And we can keep them in there safely for as long as we need to. One weird thing that I never really thought about before is when you're cracking open a tech print to actually unlock the research. So, for example, we've got cataphracture. I think this one is... specialized limbs. It turns out you don't need the bench to actually be powered at all. And let's check. How much intellectual do they get out of this? They're at 9,238. Yeah, they get a little boost. Would you mind applying skin hardening and brain wiring while you're at it as well? That skill trainer that we just obtained for shooting. Expendable being, well, literally our weakest shooter. Yeah. At 7, they're weaker even than Sister Vex. So now they've got a shooting of 9. Okay, that was probably not the most efficient use of it, but at least it makes them less useless, and it makes them, their masterwork minigun they're carrying, a little bit more efficient. Glue Monkey here is good at basically construction and hauling, and we want to add mining to the list. So we're going to give him this mining trainer. It should hopefully bring up a couple of... Actually, 7's pretty decent. Go for it, you're a weak professional. It makes them less useless. Actually, that sounds mean. They are very good at construction, which is wonderful, but we don't have that all the time, so they need some sort of secondary. And since we already have too many intellectual people, kind of limits their options. We're never going to turn them into a crafter or a cook, so it basically leaves them with mining. That's it. That's all they've got going for them. It's almost time for Sister Vex to arise. Their death rest is almost completely 100%. And there we go. So, we're going to have them wake up and immediately start meditating. Problem is the psi focus goes down when they're death resting. Bit of a problem there. So they need to immediately get back on the throne. Wait, Expendable and Kenneth want to get married? Huh. Expendable really is trying hard not to live up to their name. Well, we weren't going to get rid of them anyway, but now it seems they're married into the family. And they also seem to be following around the high-capacity anvil. Gank had the high-capacity anvil, and then once it got passed to Kenneth, I don't know, maybe they bonded over it, and that's why the two of them ended up hooking up? I suppose we'll never know. Okay, Psychic Drone High. That's not something we want to deal with. Sister Vex is psychically hypersensitive and is getting a current minus 63. I don't know if moving map gets rid of that, but it's I'm willing to try, because otherwise that's going to be very painful. Damn it, we should probably just make them a crypto sleep custom and dump them in it so that they can get over it. Okay, what I would like to do is, I think it's down here. Yeah, there's a cave system that contains a grav core. I want to access the cave system. But first, we need to repair Anita's rifle. So to do that, we're going to need to do some raiding. This is a hunting work site. Yes, there's a certain level of risk of flying your entire base in there. And we might get a revenge attack that could be crippling. That's a chance, well, we'd like to take. It'll be funny, one way or the other. Relations with the Lax Alliance have changed from -2 to -46 because of the toxic waste dumping. Yeah, that's probably to be expected. Who are you? Yep, these guys are tribals. That's fine. We're just going to set up a distance away from them. And, oh, that must be where the resources are. We are just here for a quick shoot and scoot. So we're going to land, kill them, grab the resources, and then get out of here. It's taken them a few minutes to warm up. So in the meantime, we have cracked open all of the... or shot up all the walls. Why not? Quest concluded. Yes, Psychic Drone High. Masterwork. Yeah. Alright, right now, though, we're going to let everyone maybe grab a snack and a nap. They're not attacking yet, and if we could hold off, the more this ship has chance to recharge, the better. Like, this might be a better plan, would be to land far away, wait until the ship recharges. That way, if there's a revenge attack, we can just leave. Okay, they're attacking. How much time we got left? 16 hours on engine cooldown. Not enough. Yeah, I was hopeful that'd work. Oh well. Everyone up front. Yeah. Perfect. Now, that means we've got the marksmanship command active. And Vex will get you out front a bit to draw aggro. And they don't have any cover. Can't really tell how many weapons and stuff they have. You know what? Doesn't matter. Ooh, give me a... Thing is, I kind of want a shock glance so that we can recruit someone, but I don't think we have the space to actually recruit anyone just yet. I gotta wait until Templeton has been successfully recruited, which might be a little while. So those people that are highlighted are actually the psychically hypersensitives. Yeah, go nuts. We'll let Sister Vex off the leash. Ah! Guys, you know, I should install that mod that makes you actually target the closest pawn, but it just feels like that micromanagement. The frustration is almost worth it. Finish him off. We got development points have changed from 9 to 10, and I think once we leave this map and have destroyed the tile, we actually get a few extra bonus points on top of that. Alright, everyone back to work. And, oh, would you look at that. That's 1,200 pemmican. Actually, almost 1,300. Nice. How much chem fuel do we need? I think we're actually good on the chem fuel front. We've got about 2,000 here, so I'm kind of okay with that. Well, cleaning this place up is kind of slow going. There's like 900 pemmican out here, another 800, and then a bunch of bird skin. So instead we've done is we've made a stockpile here. We're going to make another stockpile right here. And then what we're going to do is basically the caravan trick. So we get everyone, bar Kugarian, because they're holding a giant minigun. Actually, Expendable can stay out for that reason as well. Miniguns weigh an awful lot. Slows people down. Then we're going to tell them to grab all the pemmican and all the bird skin. And then send them. Now, we're not actually going to let them leave the map, but they should go around and collect everything and put it into their personal inventory. Here we go. Have you almost got it? Like a few more pieces. Done. I think that's all of it. In that case, we then cancel the caravan forming. And then they wander back to base and they drop off all the resources. Saves so much time. One thing I would like to take care of, actually, two things I'd like to take care of before we leave this tile is something we've been planning, putting on the long finger for a while. Namely, we want to install Detoxifier long left and Detoxifier long right. Now, the great thing about Detoxifier lungs, they give toxic environmental resistance against tox gas, rot stink, toxic fallout, and polluted terrain. So you can basically walk across toxic stuff and not care. Tox gas does nothing to you. Rot stink from corpses does nothing to you. It's basically perfection. Now, the only other options you have for this, there is several other options to limit your exposure. For example, vac suit helmets gives plus 80% resistance to environmental toxins. It's not perfect, but it's damn close and a lot better than nothing. Problem is, the sharp protection's not that good. You're better off wearing something that will stop your brain pan from getting a bullet in it, and bullets are far more common as a source of death than toxic stuff. Then comes the Detoxifier kidney. This is an interesting one. I thought this one would be better. Problem is, it's not. It's good against environmental toxins, venoms, and injected poisons, but it doesn't seem to protect you from tox gas. So, no? I mean, if it's not going to protect you from tox gas and rot stink, there's no point getting it. Under the genetics, there's actually partial antitoxic lung and full antitoxic lung. It's a metabolic efficiency of -1 for the partial and -3, I want to say, for the full environmental resistance. For example, Sister Vex has tox immunity as a sanguiphage. Now, that's a -4 to metabolic efficiency, but basically this makes you immune to fallout, tox gas, direct attacks with venom or injected poisons, and they're also not bothered by acidic smog. However, rot stink still gets them, I believe. The corpse rot stink can still affect them, which is annoying when you're dealing with the scaria-riddled monsters. You might end up melee blocking a door, and then these things rot your lungs out, which is just weird. But anyway, Michael here is going to install both the lungs, and none of you dirty this room, please. We want this room to be perfectly spotless. It's currently an operational theatre, while you all snore here. The long-term goal would be to, double lung everyone. Just in case there's any genetic problems further down the line. We're going to need to start harvesting a bunch of genes, and I think I have an idea about where we're going to store them all. Quick upgrade for Timbronia as well. That's 2 more Detoxifier lungs installed. That means 2 of our pawns are now completely immune to toxins. Sister Vex is kind of immune, but yeah, they'll have a little bit of problem as if they run into rot stink. That's all we've got to worry about with them. Unnatural healing has come off cooldown, so we'll start working on all of Templeton's scars. What do we get rid of? Hearing loss. Actually, that's pretty good. We might grab them an arm. That would fix their left shoulder and their left arm, the 2 scars there. It'll cut down on the amount of healings we'll have to apply to them. They're probably going to end up with double tentacles at this rate. We have been buying some side trainers, but have not really been assigning them out yet. I think I'm just going to start applying them all to Sister Vex at this point. I was going to save the word of love for someone else getting sidecast, but that might never happen at this rate. And we still have an intelligence skill trainer I have not found a use for just yet. Alright. Well, that means Sister Vex now has a few more abilities. I think the one that I'm most excited about is Focus. Now, popping this down on top of them, it should take their speed. They're at 11.63. That puts them at 15.05. That means they can sprint to where they need to be very quickly. And it lasts for 3 hours. That's going to give them improved sight, hearing, and moving. That's just insane. And that's only going to get stronger as well. As we improve their size sensitivity with some upgrades for their death rest, that should get ridiculous. Time for a little bit of a trade run. We have been accumulating way too much junk, namely human leather related, but also some pemmican, which I think we can sell off. Well, that's a lot of buying and selling. We just sold 10 grand worth of junk. We may have too much stuff. These maps we're giving up, we've already activated the quest on those, so they're no longer necessary. We've got the gene pack for naked speed, a gene pack that contains 3 things that, you know what, we'll worry about all those later. The most important thing here is we're going to use soon is the 2 skill trainers social and the healing enhancer. Now, we could head back to base, but there is, beyond maximum range. Pity. I mean, we could hopscotch, but no, I'm not sure I'd like to risk it just yet. Instead, let's just head home. Oh, actually, we can trade with these guys. That's right, we made a peace with little piggies a while ago. They have so little we want, we're just going to grab some advanced components and some regular components. Saves our crafters. Now, these 3 locations down here, we've actually visited all of these already. We traveled through there not too long ago. That's the weird thing, you travel around so much, you actually forget where you've been at this point. Yeah, the trading in this is getting just ridiculously out of control. Vex, why don't you come over here and learn social? We're going to grab both of those for you. Done. That 12 social is going to be very valuable for trading with the Empire. Fun as this location was, time to go. We got more killing and more stuff to do. I think we're going to pop over here immediately and knock this one out. This should gain us enough points. In fact, the moment we launch from here, what should happen is we should gain 2 religious points. Because I think this is technically now a destroyed tile. Yeah, we went development point change from 10 to 12. So once we finish this next tile, we'll have enough for a religious reformation and a new rifle. Anita's charger has just been weak sauce, and the comments were generally supportive of, yeah, don't, just don't. So that's where they're going to come out of. Ooh, this is a nice tile. I think the plan should be land over here. That puts us far enough away from this section. We should have plenty of time to man the posts when it comes time to fight. And it still puts us close enough to this area that we're going to want to explore it. Oh, well, that's a problem. Overheated grav engines means, yeah, we're here for 4.4 days. That's good. We did want to explore the place anyway. In that case, yeah, let's just start biting the bullet now. Okay. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. These are potential ghoul material. We need to tag some of these. Here we have 2 tough pawns. You want your ghouls to be tough. This is basically... You want your ghouls to be tough Yttackins, preferably, if you've got no other gene packs to stick in them, because they've got strong melee damage, which your ghouls want. They've got robust, which reduces the damage they can take. They can't wear armor, your ghouls. And as well as that, they get naked speed, and they're always naked. So they're faster, have stronger melee damage, they've got robust, and then you throw tough on top of that, and you've got a really, really good ghoul. Now, back up a little bit. Yeah, let's lure that one in. And now they're going to go attack. Excellent. Now what we want to do is capture one of the 2 tough ones. All the rest can die. You, activate. And poof. Done. Marksmanship command, please. And the shield is protecting us. Ooh. Did I forget it? No, they're still there? Okay. Then we'll... Yeah, oh, Sister Vex. Yeah, there we go. Whew. Now, you 2. One of you needs to get shocked. We don't really have a good prison cell for them at the moment, and as well as that, our research into ghoul infusion is not quite finished. Okay, Krista's axe. Wait, actually, I should point something out. If we go into assignments, you'll notice some people have specifics, like Timbronia, Krista's axe, Sister Vex, Kugarian, and Lenka. So if we go under... We try to edit their loadouts and go under utilities, you'll notice that the only thing they're allowed to carry is a psychic shock lance. What this means is we basically always have what we need in our list. So we've got 1 psychic shock lance, 1 insanity lance. Sister Vex is only allowed to wear shield belts, obviously. Timbronia always carries a low shield, and Glue Monkey always carries a low shield. Everyone else has a choice between hunter packs or turrets. I could specialize those as well, but for now I'm kind of okay with it. And this way, we always have a shock lance on hand. Just 1 is fine. And yeah, just which one of these do we want? Thankfully, they both actually have a passion in melee. This one has a field hand. This one has a field hand. Oh, do they all have field hands? I think a bunch of these probably have field hands. I don't even want to steal those. We don't really need them for the farming, but if any of them had drill arms, I would totally take them. I don't think it matters, but we're going to take the iron-willed one anyway. And zapped. And the rest of you can all die. Nice. The amount of them that actually have field hands. Look, field hand, field hand, field hand, field hand. All of those are alive. We can harvest the field hands out of them. It's just, we're not bothered. Field hands are not really worth that much. Circadian is... Nope. Circadian... Let's just capture these pawns and get it over with. Right now we have 3,000 chem fuel because of all the trading, so I don't think we need to process any of the chem fuel chunks. So we'll just let those expire. There's nothing really worth trading with for another 8 days, 7 or 8 days. And we need to get down over to here. Though, Should we stop at an infested settlement along the way? Like, there's a few things we could stop at. I'm just not sure it's worth it. Like, for example, there's a shack of fortune that contains a persona core that we could sell, I suppose, and kill 62 man-hunting swans. I'm just not sure it's worth the effort. Also, these ruins have already produced 5 components. And let's hope they've got some quests in here. I think last time they had... yeah, we don't really care. Sister Vex can tank this. Yeah, whatever. We're going to go over here quick and claim this shack. The only reason it's not claimed already is because of that turret. In fact, let's just go in the rear. We should be able to actually sever the rear of this. So if we smash the power line, say, about there, that turret stops being anything, and done. And I think we'll take the battery. We'll stick it over in our hydroponic section. There. Now the hydroponic section has 4 batteries. Oh, this place seems to be, like... Ow. Full of some stuff. Also, those, these things here, these wasps, when they're bunched up in a corner, they can't be killed. You can fire explosives at them, but it just triggers them instead of killing them. And, Sister Vex, what's going on? You haven't killed one of them yet? Okay, you've got one of them. Now you should be fine. Yeah, those things can get... If there was like an extra 1 or 2 wasps in there, that could be very concerning. I hope they don't buff those. And chem fuel. Yeah, I think we're good on chem fuel for a little bit. Huh. Development points changed from 12 to 13 because we raided someone. Like, that's weird, but sure. Participated in raid by 2. Yeah, that was kind of a fast raiding session. You know what? Doesn't make a difference. We'll just continue stripping out this area. And ghoul infusion is finished. Excellent. Then we can go straight on to ghoul enhancements. Now, where is this guy? Yes, you, prisoner, health, operations. We would like to do a little bit of a ghoul infusion. 30 bioferrite and 1 shard. Where's your moving restricted? Ah, field hand. Well, who cares? Soon you shall be useful to us. With all of these toughness buffs, you should actually be useful. Now, the thing is, we'll still need to put a bunch of other stuff on top of them, but for now, we have a ghoul with unnatural regeneration. We're going to have to give you an area of the fridge that you're allowed to roam around in, so we'll have to give them a zone they're allowed in and keep them there. And solar flare. But that's okay. That's okay. Gank is safe. What? How have they degraded in there? That should be impossible. They were fine last we checked. Unless the crypto sleep doesn't apply to people in inventory? I suppose we'll find out at some point. We still have not managed to process all of the leathers that we've been picking up. But we've got Toxrain. I would rather not hang around. So instead, we still have 2.8 days of Toxrain. Very well. In that case, you can stay there. There's no point you all running long distances to grab that stuff. What's over here? 4 components? Nah. You're good. Just get back in the ship. No worries. We have 2.6 days of engine cooldown, and we're trapped on this tile. I hate crashes. You know what? Let's do a big trade. We have loaded up with a bunch of goods, and now what we're going to do is we're going to head this direction. There's a whole bunch of places we haven't traded with. Have we? I don't think we've traded with these guys yet. Actually, while we have not traded with these guys yet, I kind of like the idea of this one. There is mechanoids on this tile. If it's a bad tile, we'll just immediately leave. That's fine. But do they have unstable powers? Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, we might have to put some plans on hold. There's 2 unstable power cells here. 4 unstable power cells. Okay. I should have sent more people. I should have sent a lot more people. Okay. Sister Vex might be able to handle this. I said land at the edge. Okay, this is a huge problem. Should you wait? Or sleep? Oh my god, the shuttle's in range. Cole, get back in the shuttle. Vex, gonna need you to hide out here for a bit, buddy. Shh. We're gonna fly back with the shuttle, bring reinforcements. We're gonna clear this area out. Okay, take off, fly back to destination. That's over here. I'd build a second shuttle. We just don't have enough plasteel. Now, this is going to be really hard. The thing is, those turrets can explode, and there's no way we can guarantee that they won't. So we need to smoke some up, and then we still gotta kill. Yeah, this is going to be nightmare fuel. How much weight have we got left over in this? This shuttle has been kind of crammed to the gills. We still have a few hundred kilos of space. Who to bring? Now we get to zoom in and choose a landing spot. Where to land, though, is the question. Yeah, I'm thinking far away. We don't want to be anywhere close to this. We want to stay well outside the range of their weapons. We don't want the shuttle getting tagged. Okay. We brought a good team, and we also brought a couple of weapons we might need, like the smoke launcher and frag grenades. But first we're going to have to take down some of the other things that are... Like, here's the problem. I'd like to get a good first strike in, but the moment we strike, they're going to have mechs drop down. So, you know, that mech capsule is going to open, and that mech birther is going to start gestating pikemen. Actually, that's not that bad. Problem is those turrets. How about we smoke up an area and start shooting in and killing... need to be super careful here. We clip one unstable power cell, and the whole thing will go up in a chain reaction. We have to be super duper careful here. Okay, everyone line up. No shooting just yet. Smoke it. Yeah, we're going to smoke this area. And you keep smoking that section. Now, we're probably going to want to kill this first. We don't care about the defoliator. So wiping that out should probably be our first job. Whoa, except for Sister Vex. Sister Vex, you can stay back if you would mind. Just stop. Okay, one down. And nothing else has appeared just yet. Okay, done. So here's the thing. We could insanity that and all the turrets would turn against it. But would that cause us... What's the risk that that causes the unstable power cells to explode is the question. I think it's actually not worthwhile. I think we're better off just shooting the bejesus out of it. Or even better. We'll skip it. Damn it. This is kind of risky. Damn it, I don't want to skip it right there. You know what? I'll skip you a bit closer. Then what we'll do is we'll pull back a bit. And we'll skip you again. Perfect. And, yeah, now you're impede. Ooh. We got a Lancer coming in. And a Scyther. This needs to be taken care of quickly. Nice. Where did you two go? Now. Where are you going? Okay, that's fine by me. Why don't you come over here then? This is weird. I feel like they should be attacking us, but they're not. Right. So that's all the enemies dealt with. Now we just have to very carefully demolish all of the turrets without them exploding and killing the unstable power cells. This is going to be a nightmare. First, I think everyone needs a bit of a snack. Yeah, you consume your pemmican, consume your simple meal. Yeah, everyone's food here is looking not great. And... yeah, why not? So we'll get them all topped up on food, then we'll go in and take care of the problems. We're going to creep forward using smoke cover, and we're going to get in grenade range. Now, everyone's been set to hold fire. We don't want to do anything too stupid just yet. We'll do the stupid stuff in a minute. Yep. Target there. The rest of the team have been backed up to the ship. You know what? It doesn't matter if those weapons degrade just a tiny bit. Might actually make them less valuable. Now, you are definitely in range now. But we need to make sure that nothing happens to cause any more problems. So you actually maybe step back a little bit. We want to be out of range of the explosion of this turret if it goes up. So this thing can pop when it explodes. So what we're going to do is channel the explosion. So probably I'm thinking raise wall. This way, if it explodes, we should be fine. And then we've given Kugarian, because they have the quick shooter trait. Oop, nope. I'm going to throw the grenades right there. We throw the grenades on top of it, they might fall a little bit behind and kill the wall. We don't want the wall to explode just yet. Seriously? You've missed twice. You're literally a shooting special. Yep. That's why we don't want that. Yeah, it's not hissing. But it explodes instantly. We only have to worry about it if it starts hissing. Okay, one down. So I'm thinking we're in a little bit of luck here. That counts as a building, which means that explosion will get absorbed by it, meaning this should be safe. That there won't be able to blast through. That should be far enough away. This one, well, we might have to put up a wall this side. But spending walls to actually just protect the unstable power cells might be easier than trying to wall in the explosions of the turrets themselves. So let's charge forward a bit here. Well, I put you on hold fire. Oh my god, Bulgarian just tossed a grenade. Don't run. Yeah, run back to here. We need you at it. Quick. Oh! That... I should actually raise a wall to protect us. That's what I should have done. You muppet! Okay, no more stupid firing of grenades. That was... actually, wait. Maybe don't shoot Sister Vex. I think that annoys them if you do it. You. Put that grenade... there. Ugh. Okay, you got it. That's good. This is the most ridiculous... No, actually, this is not even close to the most ridiculous thing that we've done. But hey, it's close. Now, this one over here was pretty easy to grab, but these two could be problematic. So, let's put one right there. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, then. Just one more hit. None of these has popped yet. We have been... I don't know if this is just we're incredibly lucky or what's going on here, but not one single turret has decided to explode. Or maybe it's just we're using grenades, but I thought even with grenades you could still have problems. Alright. Last one. This is it. All we gotta do is pop this one without it causing a massive explosion. Yeah, no, that's good. One more. That... I can't believe that worked. And we get to reform our ideology? Hells yeah! We had sent the shuttle back home, so it could fuel back up. And we have space now, and we can re-land it. I'm thinking a little bit closer is a good idea. Yeah, there was no way I was doing all that effort for an LTEX skullcap good. That was, not worth it. Let's load everyone up and get out of here. Done. Everyone loaded up. This was an excellent use of our time, though. 4 unstable power cells? Ugh. Totally worth it. Now, the thing is, there used to be a way, I don't know if you could anymore, of keeping this around as it don't complete the mission. But I think the moment I destroyed the last building belonging to the Mechs, that ended that tile. So, if it's something like, one second. If it's something like a sunblocker or something like that. This is a smoke spewer, but it's got 8 enemies. It doesn't mention anything about buildings, so there's no buildings there. But if you've got a smoke spewer with buildings, you might potentially find unstable power cells. You could kill everything, leave the smoke spewer, and then the tile will never go away. But you could go in, kill everything, and the smoke spewer just encounters a mechanoid building. So you kill everything else, claim the unstable power cells, and those unstable power cells will keep respawning every time you go there. So what you could do is theoretically just farm it for unstable power cells, which would be kind of OP. And now we need to figure out some way of squeezing in all these unstable power cells. With all of that extra power, we're turning back on the fabrication benches and the research labs. It was just, we were a little bit tight on power there, and things kept getting a little tetchy, as in the batteries would go down a little bit too much. Oh, and the reason Kugarian got the grenades is, well, they basically can... They're a fast shooter, effectively. Their aiming time is reduced by half, which makes grenades just incredibly powerful. Cougar, what are you doing? I told you to equip the Jade minigun. Time for another attempt at super trading. Yes, and this time we have stacked the ship with 400 chem fuel, just in case. Not that I think we'll need it. We'll probably be able to buy plenty of chem fuel along the way, but there is a lot of places along here that I don't think we have ever touched. So, considering the amount of places we're about to hit up, we should probably be a little bit discerning and only get the stuff we really think is worthwhile. What the hell? Breathless? There's a new Archite Gene Pack, Breathless. This gives you basically immunity to oxygen. These adaptations make them immune to the harmful effects of space. So that's like vacuum resistance 100%, as well as environmental toxins. So walking around on toxic tiles should be fine. Tox gas, acidic smog, and rot stink. Like, this is why we had to give everyone those lungs. But if this is... Oh, man, that's kind of awesome. Downside, this comes bundled with Tinder Skin, which is the worst thing to bundle it with. We might be able to put on fire immunity after that to overwrite it, or before. I'm not sure, but we're definitely just going to pick that one up, because that could be very useful. Population Atlas of Ancient Mercenaries. Basically, this is Discover a Quest, and the fact that it's saying Ancient Mercenaries makes me think that will lead to an Ancient Gun, which is a masterwork with stuff on top of... Yes, we'll try. We'll try. Let's see what else they got. We grabbed a couple of Archite capsules as well, because why not? And sold off a whole bunch of junk. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to buy more fuel along the way as well. We need to be careful. I'm just a little bit too spendthrifty, aren't I? Like, let's just buy up some more of their chem fuel right now before I do something stupid later on. A little bit of Luciferium, a low shield pack, and Codex of the Goat, which has the potential to discover a quest, so why not? We'll take that one as well. And we've already refueled, and yeah, we've got 653 chem fuel in storage. You know what? We'll keep going a little bit longer. Next up, we got the Empire. I'm curious to see what they have on hand. So, kind of disappointing. We got an Archite capsule, a side trainer for Flash Storm, and we just picked up a little bit of chem fuel to keep us going. Yeah, this place was pretty terrible. Empire, I am disappointed in you. Yeah, we might pop over there and then hit up those four as well. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. We're going to run out of money long before then. Next up, we got the Gene for Pollution Stimulus. It just means when you're exposed to pollution, you get a bonus to a bunch of stats. It's kind of nice if you're living on a polluted tile, and we may eventually start doing stuff like that just for funsies. I'm getting disappointed in the Empire. All we got from them was a tech print for poison synthesis. We could get Circadian Influencer, but we don't care, to be honest. This last Empire settlement is not that bad. We got an Archite capsule, but side trader of Berserk Pulse. That's all we really care about. Berserk Pulse? Yes, we'll take it. Let's keep moving. There's only 2 more places to go. 1 Doomsday, 1 gene pack for non-senescence. Basically no age-related diseases. So cancer, bad back, cataracts, dementia, can't get any of those. And it comes bundled with Quick Study, which gives you a 50% global learning factor. Yeah, I'm going to say these are all good things. We will take the bunch of you, and that still leaves us with about 5 grand for the last place. Right, we should probably buy a little bit of fuel while we're there as well. How much we got left? You know, we got fuel. We're fine. I think we did good. We spent what we needed to, and we've pretty much burned through all of our reserves of cash. So now all we have to do is fly all the way back over there. There's more places we could go if we wanted to keep going, but we're kind of running out of cash, and this is the closest we could get. Build complete make marine armor and distress signal? You know what? We'll worry about all that later. For now, we just want to start the trip home. While we were away, we added 3 extra gene banks. I don't think we did all 3, but I thought it might be an idea. Oh, and you... We'll just refuel you from the inside immediately. Sister Vex, you have now learned Berserk Pulse. That's going to make some of our future fights a lot handier. Stun is fine, and Flash Storm. And we do have a skill trainer for learning plants, but I think you're good. Couple of operations to be done. One, we're training up Kenneth as a medic. And how we're training them up is we're getting them to operate on a vampire that's, well, death rested. So even if you damage them a bit, they seem to heal quite quickly, and Kenneth gets a bunch of experience. They're now up to medical 5? Yeah, they just gained 5,900 experience from 1 surgical inspection. It's even better than operating on prisoners. They just recover. Look at this. They're already healed. Amazing. The next operation is Nuclear Stomach. Picked one up in our travels, and now that'll reduce the eating necessary to keep the ghoul alive by 3/4, so they'll need a quarter as much food now. The ghoul also needs a name, so please welcome Ruler of the Huns. What? Why is the or lowercase? You know what? It's Ruler of the Huns. That's actually a really good name for a ghoul. Perfect. All right then, I think it's time we got out of here. Oh, before we go, a little bit of a religious reform. I don't think we're going to add a meme. I don't think there's anything that really calls out to us just yet. Like, we haven't gone full cannibal or anything like that. And we haven't really gone full ritual. So, I suppose we just leave it as it is? We'll see if we add some more stuff to that later. Now, what we have to do... Oh, I think skull spikes are going to get added. They're going to be desired now. Reason being is we keep catching people on the grill on the front of our ship, and people are like, kind of getting into it. So, now skull spikes desired are a trait. The verdict is in, and everyone was like... Yeah, Anita's only hope needs to be removed and replaced because we rolled a bad one. And as well as that, it needs to be replaced with a sniper rifle. Ooh, Deadbringer. I think Anita's answer is a much better wet relic name. And what was the question you asked? Doesn't matter, whatever it was, Anita's got the answer. Alright, reformation done, time to jump. And I'm thinking we want to go down here. There's a cavern. But we're also running a little bit low on plasteel, and there is a little plasteel place right here. So, lump of compacted plasteel, hostile activity detected, let's go. And after landing, we have been immediately ambushed by one guy, who just, like, popped out of some shrubs or something. He is frail, has a stab scar in the neck, is 77, has no skills in shooting or melee, and is equipped with a steel knife. Do you ever get that feeling that you're just overkilling just a wee bit? Like, just a wee bit too much. Come here. And... yeah, head's gone. You know what? That's just the right amount of overkill. Okay, Cole now just started the fight with Glue Monkey, which seems like a bad idea, considering Glue Monkey's got an 18 in melee and they've only got a 4. Vex, you might want to come over here and get your son-in-law as far away from that genetically enhanced monster as possible. Oh, and both of them gained some melee experience out of it. Well, that's nice. Now, if you could just step away from each other for a minute. And, yeah, okay, you're fine. Perfect, perfect. Oh, and I still have cool on self-healing. Yeah, I should turn that off. I think that was turned on at some point because they were on their own or they needed it. Looks like Templeton has decided to rejoin the team as a less... angry person now, which means they get their name. So, please welcome Uber Kitten to the team. Uber Kitten is a Starjack, which means they have weak melee damage, but they're vacuum resistant, meaning, well, they don't need to even wear... They could probably get away without wearing a suit in space, but they'd still need the helmet. Or one or the other, anyway. Poor melee, but great construction. Awful mining, awful plants, awful animals. In general, it's going to be construction, crafting, intellectual for them. Well, and also, Uber Kitten comes with the psychic slaughter ability, allowing them to turn someone into a pile of meat, which is interesting, to say the least. Also, according to the wiki, you can do this to allies and they don't react, which sounds like there's some busted ways that could be used. Also, Uber Kitten comes with a bunch of scars, and Kugarian comes with the unnatural healing ability, which has... actually cured multiple things at once, I think. Right ear was restored, also replaced their arm, and their arm had a bunch of scars, so their left arm and the 2 scars on it, I believe, there's one on the shoulder and one on the arm, both gone. That's perfect. Now they only have 3 scars left to go, and they'll probably end up with double tentacles. They might be the first double tentacler on the team. Well, time to go. We got the plasteel. We kind of needed that to keep everything chugging around on the armor front. Now, we want to land close to here, but we don't actually want to land there. We want to use this as a permanent base, and if we ever bring the grav core in there, well, the mechanoids will follow. That's the theory. So if we land outside and go in, we should, or caravan in or send in our shuttle, we should be able to actually make a permanent settlement here. This place has a pond. It's an arid shrubland with a pond. Let's go. Let's find out what a pond looks like. So this is what a pond looks like. Nice central water location, and we're going to land right on top of it. And if we've done this right, which I believe we have, we now have a little pool for everyone to swim in the back. You know, nice protected swimming pool, or we could do some fishing. Now, before we continue any further, I want Uber Kitten to read this map. It should lead us to an ancient garrison where we can get ourselves a shiny new weapon. A new weapon before we go do what we want to do next might be of benefit to us. Have you done that yet? I think the map reading will have to wait. 4 centipede blasters, 1 thermite, 1 termite, not thermite, termite. 5 lancers, a couple of scythers. However, we have placed ourselves on top of a pond. Gets rid of a lot of the cover they would have had. Unfortunately, it gets rid of ours too, and they did bring something for smashing through walls. Time to get the team together and go out, and I think an Insanity Lancer too would not go astray. Okay. Kugarian. Yeah. Nab them. Now they can all kill each other. Perfect. Now they should come charging. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who is coming forward so far? Charge Lancer. Okay, to be expected. Sister Vex and Ruler of the Huns will get you to come forward to tank. You can take a few shots. Everyone else bunch up. And who's got the low shields again? I can never remember. Timbronia and Blue Monkey. So the two of you stick close together so that when the time comes you can deploy. Hey, why are they not attacking? Ooh. 1 second, I'll get rid of the overlays. You all get around here, please, real quick. Can't be much time left in that shield. 38 seconds. Oof. Ruler of the Huns might want to get back in behind the shield. The rest of you are shooting the shield from over there, which is now downed. Okay. Blue Monkey, deploy shield. And that should take care of most of the problem. The rest of you get forward a little bit. Several people can't reach with range, but you know what? Doesn't make a difference. As long as we get all the ones that are problematic. If you were closer, you'd be easier to kill. That minigun is just shredding them, though. Okay. We burned 1 low shield for that. I think that is perfectly acceptable. Sister Vex can go over here and kill the last of those Lancers. That should be the end of that. Everyone else can go back inside. Ruler of the Huns here had a pretty rough day. But that 38% multiplier for incoming damage is the only reason they're still alive. But, yeah, it's not perfect. They need a bunch more upgrades before they're going to be incredibly useful. For now, they're just mildly useful. Nope. It's gone past an hour 10. This is ridiculous. All right, plan. We are going to crank this map out again. We're going to get it red, and we are going to find the location of the ancient mercenaries nearby, and we're going to go secure that weapon. And hopefully it's a good one. Then we're going to use, with the help of that weapon, we're going to fly over to this cave system in the shuttle. We're not bringing the base. And then what we're going to do is we're going to clear out the caverns, and we're going to set up a little mini base in there. And that base's job is going to be to store stuff. And because we haven't brought in the Grav Core ship, the enemy should not come after us, as in the mechanoids should not suddenly start swamping the map and turning it into a sort of a new Australia-style scenario. So we should be able to store a bunch of stuff underground safely, leave a pawn behind for maintenance, and they can like store all of our gene banks. They can store our nuggets. They can be like the Anomaly Research Center, the gene bank for stuff. We can store some stuff like... We can store a bunch of things there, and we won't have to worry about the wealth affecting the tile, because it'll all be underground, and it can be nice and secure, and then we can start firing over more stuff as we get it. This will become our core base of operations, but that is for the next episode. For now, I'm going to cut this out here, and I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck. Oh, give me a home where the tentacles roam, where the magical sanguifishes play, where seldom is heard an encouraging word, since we have social fights every day. Home, home on the can. We don't care if you're woman or man. No grave when you're dead, it's the freezer instead. Please stop fussing and get with the plan. We'll find you a gun, join right into the fun. We'll grow you a tentacle too. And if you are tough, that will be good enough. We say welcome as part of our crew. Home, home on the can. We're not sure if you're woman or man. And once you are dead, we'll replace you instead and forget you as soon as we can. Let me just set the scene. You might think that we're mean. If we raid you, we won't hesitate to run through your ship with our hammer and chip through your walls so you can suffocate. Home, home on the can, where we might be both woman and man. We wreak havoc on those who against us have chose, then move on just to do it again.